trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork, fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put in the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
Coach, the rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Baltimore Ravens. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Hey, hold on. Right there, 56. You got nothing to run. You got go.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. This time, Jackson will throw it. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Forced out to his left. Got him in. It's Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes. Inside the 40.
Baltimore, first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, They want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss.
Come on, set. Henry. Check 56. Thank you.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Man, let's be for real, man. The last two catches, the shit was out of bounds. Oh, damn, he's not.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Stupid shit. Shit trash, man.
First carry for Darius Geis. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Mike 13. In your face. Whoa. He's go ahead.
Throwing his line. Going deep here for Landry. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Throwing on 3rd down. Luck under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Tyus Bowser in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lock behind it. Wow.
Play to pick up the whole fucking blitz. And still couldn't. Trash, man. Shit is trash.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating the streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd.
Let him know. Let him know.
Jackson from the shotgun. Steps away to his left. The open man is Smith. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play that time for the Ravens. And even 40 yards. And getting our first update now from Nashville. The Patriots, they're out to an early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And now he'll tuck it and run. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as the Ravens push further out in front. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. That one, 28 yards on the ground.
28-yard gain. First down, Washington.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Watch the shit. Check. Check hot route. Hot. Kill. Go ahead. Kill. Check. Strong right. Check 3.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's Geis. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 45-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Under 10. Hey, check. Hey, watch it.
Now a run with Geis. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
37-yard line. A gain of 9 yards. And a Redskin first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, here's Love. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check 26. Check 3.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check safety, check safety. Hey, check. 52 the mark, boy, 52. Oh, here we go.
Out of the gun, Love. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Trying to get it to Landry there. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's third down. He may try and run for this. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it first and goal.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
Ready? Check back 11, check back 11. I'm scared.
Now this time he'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Now Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. From 8 yards out as the Ravens push further out in front. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Should throw the ball away. That's on me. I'm looking at the read. Just throw the ball away, B.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Just like that.
It's Geis on the counter. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Well, this is a new concept. It's 3rd down, but they've got the punt unit on. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Set,
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. Battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, this is Geis. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Tighten up, tighten up. Reggie. Check 49, check 49. Check 4, check 4.
On the ground, it's Geis. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Here's Geis. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
36. Watch out.
This is Geis. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up third down. Third down, here's Geis. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
No. Hey. Strong right. Bang. Watch the ship. Hey. Watch the ship. You gon' tank. You got tank right there. 25. Check 25. Back. He's coming. We got double up.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So now on 4th down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And Hopkins' kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Jackson. Flush to his right. He finds an opening past the 40. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He's going to wind up. It's caught inside the 25.
Ain't no way, man. Come on.
Touchdown.
No fucking way, dog.
A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. As the Ravens push further out in front.
Look at
that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it. That can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Trash ass, man. Trash.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one.
I gave him a touchdown. He got one foot in the back of the end zone.
Set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Then he rolling out, just throwing the shit. And got another motherfucking 1st down, 30 yards.
For this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what it is.
Like that,
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
12. Go.
From the 31, Luck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is. Pressure gets to him again. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Here's Jones. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially
blocking with the offensive line.
And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Play action. It's Jackson. Being chased out left. Towards the end zone.
That's it.
This is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Very close to a turnover there in the end zone. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 43 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. The point after through the raindrops up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punch from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Tell you, man, his defensive front is not like that. My line.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Check. Check hot route. Hot. Kill.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Hey, watch it.
Tight dog.
Check 50.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up.
It's run.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
Well, partner, if we had their entire playbook in front of us, I'm not sure we would have picked out that play as the one to run in that situation. How about the guts of the offensive coordinator? Dialing that one up and to great success.
Geis, and an alley to run. There he goes left side. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will shave one more off this lead.
Getting that bullshit running to the side.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
All line.
This is taken at his 4.
He's trying to be funny and shit, man.
And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down at about the 15.
Bullshit.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about.
Here we go. Hey, check 24. Here we go.
Throwing on second down, Jackson.
Oh, that was me, man. Why did you make me go backwards?
22 yards there.
I was right there on that bullshit.
Well, you think he loved the protection he had there all kinds of times.
Right there on that bullshit.
And you're so right.
Seems,
How could you not love that? Great protection. The big guys up front really locked in on it. No one gets near the quarterback. He's got all the time in the world to survey the field and deliver for a first down.
And the big boys up front, a big reason why they're also winning, too. Stepping up, he'll try and run.
Over the fumble at.
All the way down inside the 35. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Hey, check Mike 11, check Mike 11.
I'm line up to one side. Come on, man. You already know that shit, man. Same
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will extend their lead even further. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Oh, trash. Yeah, step it up.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, here's Love. Space to maneuver at the 40. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And he takes it all the way up to the 47.
A gain of 21 yards. And the Redskins first down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. The score, Ravens 38.
Let's go, Mexico.
Redskins 10.
Call. Alert 3. Ranky.
On 1st and 10, Locke. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Back's mine.
2nd and 10, Luck again. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackle. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's Lott. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. 55 yards on the punt, a net of 35. And the Ravens will take over at their own 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. That goes for a gain of 31. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
From the gun, Jackson. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Second and goal from the 1.
Let's go, D.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another? And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself, as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game, and privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching, and he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
At the 3-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
That's track. Begin.
Again they run. Again it's Geis. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Now a give, right side, it's Geis. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
The Redskins 34-yard line.
Here we go. Go to base. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
And that's another big-time run. And it sure looks like the leverage game is being won by the offensive line. They're the low man on just about every snap, and they're winning, pushing back the defensive front and creating great space for their runners.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Ready. Pittsburgh. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the 2nd time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback, the ability to run the ball fearlessly. And, in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And what could he possibly be thinking? He just took the fair catch at the 1-yard line. Major mistake.
At their own 1-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I'm coming out.